Welcome, everyone. Welcome to a conversation around money and entities from the beautiful hills of Himachal. I personally love the hills of Himachal because I studied here for 4 years. So I spent 4 beautiful years of my life in the middle of the hills. And now there's so much more progress, so to say. So there are more roads, there are more hotels, there are more cars. But when I studied here, there were barely any proper roads. There were barely any cars. You could count the cars. And there was a silence that actually spoke to me. And even now when I'm here, for me, it's like literally coming back to the lap of Mother Nature. So gifting. It's so gifting. It's so nurturing and it's so healing that my entire body and my entire world melts. I've been crying since I've come. My body's been crying since I've come because it's been almost 7 years. I like to come back at least once in 2 years or once. Yeah, maximum has been once in 3 years. But this time it's been been more than 10 years that I haven't been to this beautiful place. Of course, thanks to COVID. And it's really funny because for all of you who know, some of you who know that I got the Delta during COVID, and when the doctors thought I was going to die, I was totally unconscious. And the one thing that I kept saying was, I want to go to the hills. So everyone around me was like, what do you want to go to the hills for? I was like, that's the only thing I remember is like, I want to go to the hills. And, when I reached here, I recognized the energy of the hills, the energy of nature, wherever you may be. I'm talking about the hills right now because this is where I am. But it could be around water, it could be around the beaches, it could be around on the mountains when you go for a trek or when you're camping in the middle of a jungle. There's a silence in nature. There's a silence in there's a silence that speaks. There's a silence that's really very loud if you're willing to hear it. And the reason why I'm saying this when we actually got a call on entities and money, it's more like an energy of receiving and nurturance that if you're willing to be that, there's so much
There's so
more
much more
thing
things.
everything of everything that you ask for, which includes money.
Udah pupuk ya. Bilang makasih.
So how many of you enjoy being in nature? Nobody? Anybody? Oh, nice. Nice. We have a lot of people who actually love nature. Yay! So you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Leonie, she says, me. Yes, that. That. So I'm actually going to ask you all to do a little, to just get present with whatever part of nature your body really melts into. For some of you, it'll be the water. For some of you, it'll be the mountains, the hills, the forests, the trees. Just allow your body to melt into that. Just allow it.
Kamu mau jam berapa?
Just allow your body to melt into that. And as you melt into that, into nature, into the beautiful part, into the beautiful energies, the nurturance, the kindness, the gentleness, ask for the entities that are there. Ask for the entities that are there that are willing to contribute to you, that are willing to contribute to your bodies, that are willing to gift you. Ask them to show you their presence. And for some of you, it may be a tickle on your body. For some of you, it may be warmth. For some of you, the lights may flicker in your room. For some of you, it may be a vibration on a certain part of your body. And for some of you, it may be just nothing. And you may be like, hey, I didn't sense anything. That's okay. Ask the energy, ask the entities to show you their presence. Ask the entities to touch you gently. And receive that. If you allowed yourself to truly receive without a point of view, what would that be like? If you allowed yourself to just receive from them without a point of view, what could they gift you? And now ask for your teammates to show you their presence. And to gift you, to make it easy for you to create and actualize what you're asking for. Your teammates are here. Your teammates are always here to gift you. They're always here to make it easy for you. Ask them to show you their presence. Ask them to rub your back. And allow yourself to receive that. Ask for the beings of light, the nature spirits, to gift you what you've been asking for, knowingly, unknowingly. Ask them to show you what's possible. What infinite possibilities are available with this. What infinite possibilities are available with this. What infinite possibilities are available with this. Are you willing to have your barriers down to the entity world? Are you willing to give up everywhere that you are avoiding and defending the structures with the entity world that this reality has made so real and so significant. Are you willing to push those barriers down? And are you just willing to be gifted the magic, the miracles, the possibilities, the miraculousness that's truly a reality beyond this reality? How much joy could that include? And how much ease could that include? And how much money could that include? What if there was no limit to receiving? Your willingness to receive from the entity world, especially when we do a money and entity class, it's really putting your mind out of the way. It's like being like, okay, mind, thank you very much. Can you just sit out there for a while? Can I just receive? Because every time you allow the mind in, you reject what the entity world can give to you. So, what if receiving from the entity world, which includes money, is a natural way of being for you that you have been resisting, reacting to, avoiding, and defending? What if you just allowed yourself to melt into nature, where there is no separation and there is no judgment? And what if you just allowed nature to heal, to nurture you, your body, and your bank account, which could now thrive? Nature spirits, I give you permission. I give you permission. Show me what else is possible with money. Nature spirits, I give you permission. Show me what else is possible beyond the judgments that I have of money, beyond the judgments that I have of the entity world, beyond the judgments that I have of me. Mm. How easy is receiving and how difficult have you made it? Mm. If there was no separation between you and the entity world, what contribution can you now be? And what can you now receive? Wow. Thank you, my lovelies, for receiving so beautifully. It makes my work so easy, makes my job, my hard work so easy when you receive. How easy could it be for the entity world to gift you if you received? Would you be willing to make it so easy for yourself and for the spirit kingdom that is waiting to gift you? It's like, please, can I gift you? Please. And you're like, no, you're bad, you're evil, you're terrible. I studied in school. My friend told me, I read in a book, I saw in a movie, you're bad. What if you were like, okay, okay, yes, my dear Faiza.
Hello, dear.
Hi, lovely. Good to
Well,
have you
thank you
on.
so much. Thank
You're
you, thank
welcome.
you. Just something came up, like, we were talking about entities and we're talking about beings of light. There's something where we say that we don't really have to ask the entities for anything, right? They can just coexist, right? So I was just a bit that put me in a bit of a space of confusion, like when we're asking the entities, like that space, I don't know. I was a bit confused there.
Yeah, so
Is-
yes, we do coexist with the entity world. But do you receive from the entity world, or do you most of the time be wary of the entity world, be scared of the entity world, have barriers up to the entity world,
So
judge
we're not
the entity?
asking them, we are just receiving, be that space of
Yes, my
receiving.
darling. To receive, so is asking wrong?
No, yes, maybe from entity. It's like you're disempowering yourself.
Yeah, that. You're disempowering yourself if you ask from the entity world.
Yeah,
Are you disempowering yourself, or are you showing up as a gift that acknowledges
yeah,
their existence?
yeah,
To ask, to receive, you have to first acknowledge their presence. And your acknowledgement, my dear, is the gift that they have been waiting for. It's not a transactional reality. It's not like, give me this and then I'll do this for you, because that's not gifting. Gifting is you're acknowledging that, yeah, hey guys, I know you're here. Just that is a gift. Because most of us carry on with our normal life without even acknowledging your own body, leave aside an entity. This is about acknowledging and being like, hey guys, I know you're here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for showing me your presence. So what can you receive if you were willing to ask? without the judgment of who you had to ask. If you had no judgment of who you could ask, who would you ask?
Every single molecule in the
Thank
universe.
that, my love. When you have a judgment of, I'm not going to ask, I'm just going to coexist, it's like that ignorance. Oh yeah, it's there, but oh yeah, it's there, but But when you're willing to ask, you have to acknowledge their presence.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
Thank you for your question, my dear. But this, my lovelies, is an invitation to all of you to receive from the beauty of nature, from the beauty of the universe, from every molecule on the planet. That includes the spirit kingdom. When you receive, you also receive way more joy. You be way more joy. Consciousness explores and engages with the energy and contributes by being with the energy of joy. It's like elementals will not contribute, will not play in the space of impossibilities or problems. If you're asking the elements of consciousness to contribute to you, what space are you being? Are you being the space of unconsciousness, which includes pain, problems, darkness, gory? Or are you being the space of consciousness that includes joy, magic, knowing that pain and problems is also a choice? But you're choosing the lightness of life. You're choosing the lightness of living. You're choosing the lightness of possibilities. And now, what can the entity world contribute to you and create for you, with you, if you were willing to receive?